What's up, everybody? Time for Buy Bar Pass. Who are you on the phone with?
The Lord.
All right, what's up, everybody? It's time for a Buy Bar Pass. That's our rating system where we open a bottle, we review it, and we say it's either a buy, go to the store and buy it, pay the money for it.
Yeah.
A bar, which is go to a bar, see if you can get a pour for not a full bottle's price.
It's kind of halvesies.
See if you like it.
It's kind of like, or
you should try it.
It could be polarizing too.
Right.
It could be like, we think this is something special. However, we don't love it, but we're going to send you to the bar because you might.
Or we love it, but think other person on the planet won't like it.
Right.
So
There's
go to
not
the bar.
there's not that many people.
And then pass is just like, we've really found no redeeming qualities in this, or it's $1,000 and not worth it. Like, it's just don't buy it. Just don't spend your money.
There's a balanced system here, okay, guys?
Yeah,
It's called Buy Bar Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we have today, Grease?
This is Smokewagon Rye. All right, Will, tell us a little bit something special about this label on here. Number one, it is MGP.
Yeah, so this is distilled in Indiana. It is Smokewagon. This is bottled in bond straight rye whiskey. So this is 100 proof. We know it's at least 4 years old. The color is a little light, so I'm not knowing if it's too much older than that. And
How can it be bottled in bond?
what do you mean?
Doesn't it have to be distilled?
Same distiller, same season. It doesn't have to be bottled.
Doesn't it have to be aged or bottled?
Also, people get a little loosey-goosey with the bottled and bond rules these years.
Right.
But
I don't necessarily think it means anything at this point.
It does. It means that it's 4 years old at least. It's 100 proof. It is same distiller, same season. So you know that it's all coming from the same place.
The Bottled in Bond Act was made to regulate pours. You can't tell me that a distillery distills it and they put it in barrels and then give the barrels to other people and think that that's control.
Yeah, it is.
It's not controlled.
You know what they were concerned about? People spitting in it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they could spit in it.
No, they can't, because they're still following the bottled and bond laws. It still would be false trade practices. They would still get huge fines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're doing TurboTax and you think you did it right and you didn't.
I'm not saying they did it wrong.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm not putting any shade out there. This, though, is from Smokewagon. They've gotten very popular because of like the uncut, unfiltered Smokewagon, which are different blends. The guy is a character. He's like a cowboy. Super, super cool bottle it's got the embossed flowers and the wax with the pistols, and it's Las Vegas. And this says it is distilled from a traditional rye mash bill consisting of 51% rye, 49% corn. So no malted barley.
Low rye,
kind of like the 51% rye is a barely getting there rye, kind of like Rittenhouse.
yes.
Which is just 51%.
Yes, it kind of limps in. Yeah.
And then it says a high percentage of corn adds a nice rich sweetness. It balances out the flavor notes of the rye's big black pepper and cinnamon spice, creating a flavor profile that starts off creamy, rich with fruit and candy flavor notes that has a big, bold, complex, spicy finish that lingers for an eternity.
Did it say the age? Well, it's bottled in bond, so it's at least 4.
It's green with this silver and with the lights. It's hard to read, so I'm like an old man, like trying to like get the right angle. But it doesn't say age statement, but it is at least 4 years old because it is bottled in bond. I'm gonna guess it's not much over 4.
Yeah, it looks pretty light. However, ryes do age well. So you'll find 4, 5, 6 year ryes that could just be incredible.
It's a very quiet.
We love 6 year ryes.
Yeah.
When 6 to 10 year old ryes turn legit, like a tasting note on there. It turns into candy. It takes a spiciness and it starts bringing in sweet notes that we just really love. The bummer is it takes 6 years to get there.
Yeah, I think because it's got the corn, it's going to have sweet. Ooh, it is very fruity. It's very fruity on the nose.
Very floral.
Yeah.
On the palate.
Like a floral fruit, like rose candy.
Why is everybody doing the rose gold? Just get regular gold.
Yeah.
Is rose gold more expensive?
Don't think so.
Right. Cheers. What do you think about this rye, Will?
Nose, I think smells great.
I'm just getting
I haven't tasted it yet.
Floral and a little earthy on the nose.
It doesn't taste young to me. Definitely can tell there's a huge corn component to it. 49% to be exact.
Yeah. And that honestly helps kind of pushes it towards a sweet profile.
The finish isn't super long. I like the 100 proof though.
This is in the pocket.
Yeah.
This is in the pocket. Now, let's think about this, Will. On the Buy Bar Pass rating, how much did you pay for this bottle?
$69.99.
$69.99.
It's pretty pricey.
It's pretty pricey. With it being so light, the finish kind of not lingering, the mouth feel is thin. However, you've got some really great flavor in there. You've got some sweetness coming in. I would say it's $70. I'm going to be at a bar on that.
So here's where
I think a lot of people will love it.
Here's where I peg it, because to me, it's a little bit more expensive, but this is what I would look at it as a comparison to the small batch Willet Ryes that are 4 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Those are about 55 to 60, depending on your market, right? Yeah. And those are batch strength, rather, not cast strength, but batch strength. And those typically come in around 102 to 106. Like I have a lot that are 104.3. Like it's not a super high proof range that you get on those small batch ones. But this to me is what I would put it up against. And some people are averse to those because they get some dill notes, some grassiness, some of those younger rye notes that they're not as big of a fan of because it's a higher rye mash bill. If you're going to put those 4-year ryes and say they're $55 and you put it compared to this, I actually tend to like this profile a little bit better. It is 100 proof, so just a little bit
I love
less
the profile.
Proof.
I think with a lot of that corn, it's leaning thinner and younger to me. I would love to see this a couple of years more in the barrel.
Here's what I would actually like to see.
I'd
like to see it
$10
$10 less. If this were $10 less, if it were $59.99, I'm a buy easily. I think that it lives up to it. I think it's a very good quality rye.
That's probably what Smokewagon sells.
I would like it a little bit more.
It needs
age, a little bit more age, maybe.
What I love about the older ryes is they're sticky.
Yeah,
in your mouth.
Yeah, this
stays.
mouthfeel is not. It says creamy mouthfeel. I'm not getting it because a creamy mouthfeel when you got one, right?
Yeah.
Like, and this is not.
It's shocking, really. It's legit shocking when you taste it, and a lot of things have it. Now, I do like. I want to circle back and talk about the finish.
Yeah,
the finish is still the finish lingers. It's just without that mouthfeel in the back end for me, it just doesn't do anything.
Well, I also think you're getting a lot less spice because it's only 51% rye.
100%.
And so therefore you're expecting a punchiness to it that it doesn't have, which is a positive for many people. And that's what I like about it.
Now, I will say, going blind on that, you definitely say it's a rye.
I don't know.
I mean, I would say rye, but I'm Matt Madness champion. Just want everybody to know that.
From a couple years ago. So you're saying bar?
I'm saying a bar lean buy. It's the only thing that is keeping me from saying buy is the price point.
Yeah.
Is this a single barrel?
No,
okay,
no.
so that sticker doesn't mean anything.
No, that's just they put this. I bought it at a local store called St. Goose. It's a specialty wine and spirit shop in downtown Franklin. Big fan of them. Shout out to Kate. And yeah, it's a great shop, but they put their little St. Goose sticker on all their products that you buy there.
Is that the one right downtown Franklin?
It's right next to the Harpeth Hotel. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's like a library, like
it's like an old house.
Old house.
Uh-huh. It's a great shop.
Is it a bar or is it a liquor store?
It's a liquor store. Wine and spirit shop.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Like each room is different.
Each room's different. Like
there's like
spirits?
a champagne room.
Oh,
and
got
then
it.
there's like a whiskey room. And
Do
then
you drink there?
they have tastings, and they have a tasting and classroom, which my wife and I did a wine tasting class there. That was a lot of fun.
I want to go.
It is. It's great.
I want to
support them. Support small biz.
But then don't.
But don't if you're what? That's a callback to a show we did. All right, folks. Thank you so much. Grease is bar. I'm buy on this. I think. I think I'm gonna say buy it. I like it. Nah. Bar.
You're barring it?
The price, I can't get over the price.
I know.
$70. When you have tax to that, $70 is too much for it. But it is really good, so try it at a bar, because if you love it, then you'll pick one up.
Right.
I just can't tell everyone rush out and get it for that price. It's great, but it's also not life-changing. So check it out.
It is unique for a rye with that large corn influence.
It is, but then I also think you can get Rittenhouse, which I would like to do this compared to Rittenhouse. All right, folks, thanks for watching. Support the podcast at patreon.com/thepodcast, or go ahead and come to Whiskey Weekend at whiskeytainment.com. We appreciate you all, and we'll talk to you next time.
Love you, mean it.